EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Cut! 180! Mike 5-5. Record! Mike 55.
Goff on first down.
Strip that ball.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Get in the white room. Get in the white room.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Samson Abukum, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, that the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Value 3. Alert 3. Super 1.
Goff on the draw play to Henderson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now Goff on first down. Well, Henderson is a junior at Memphis last year, better than 1,900 yards, had 25 total touchdowns. They drafted him in the 3rd round in an effort to try to give Todd Gurley some support in a backup role. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they even like that.
Running right, here's Dillon. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Goff throwing complete to Kupp and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. They'll run it. Here's Dillon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Second down, it's Henderson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Watch twist. Watch him go.
First and goal at the 9.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. 5. Rush in.
They'll run here with Henderson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, but now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Cut.
On 1st and 10 is Counter.
Get there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Connor, and he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
You better get in the weight room, son.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Snickers. Slam, slam, slam. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, they held them out on second down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, you don't want to see him.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Switch. Back. Shift.
Here's Dillon, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That second down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On first down, it's gone. Now that'll be caught by Cup. That one goes for 36 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the red zone now, Goff. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Henderson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now Goff. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Blue 30. Hey, 44.
Ben leaves to counter on the draw. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Watch the run.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And he's got it. And he's brought down. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to... This guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Connor on the toss play, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, as the first half is winding down, and the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
We play to win. Let's go. All right, now.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now on 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
That's enough.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They'll run on first down. Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I'm here all day.
Again, a run with Connor. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Jack 16. Mike 13. I'm not ready.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
But it's brought in by Washington. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So they convert on third with a gain of 22.
Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming, he's coming. Check in.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
He's coming, he's coming. Check in.
Watch the slant.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Check. Tiger.
Play action. It's gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby.
14.
You're all mine.
14.
Goff now looking to throw. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Goff now looks to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
20.
Now a first down throw. Gone. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? They'll look to run with Henderson, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 28.
That's another Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A give running right is Connor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Roethlisberger will throw, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now Roethlisberger toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Boswell's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. He'll look to throw. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down, Rams.
Goff now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 9.
Now Goff. Throw left side to Reynolds. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
180. Check 55 to Mike. I got you, son.
Back to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Me and you all day.
Goff now to throw. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Again, it's Henderson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On third down, Dillon. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't.
He's got a man complete. Give him 32 on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Connor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. One last shot for Roethlisberger. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for L.A., the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland.